One of the most enduring physical manifestations of social exclusion in African cities is the proliferation of slums and informal settlements. People living in these settlements experience the most deplorable living and environmental conditions, which are characterized by inadequate water supply, squalid conditions of environmental sanitation, breakdown or non-existence of waste disposal arrangements, overcrowded and dilapidated habitation, hazardous location, insecurity of tenure and vulnerability to serious health risks. Slum residents are also excluded from participating in the economic, social, political and cultural spheres of the city. Consequently, slum dwellers, many who are poor in the first place, are made poorer by the various forms of exclusion that they face. The global assessments of slums undertaken by the UN Habitat shows that 828 million of 33% of the urban population of developing countries reside in slums. In sub-Saharan Africa, 62% of the urban population resides in such settlements. Such large concentrations of slums in which inhabitants live in inequitable and life-threatening conditions impose enormous burden on the city authorities that are often cash-strapped and lack the institutional and technical capacity to provide even the most basic of urban services. These settlements are also known for their atmosphere of fear and violence. To gain true insight so as to understand the plight of slum dwellers, we visited Maitumbi, Makungu and Barikin Saleh, a contiguous settlement situated in Minna, Niger State, Nigeria, to hear directly from the inhabitants about the state of condition within which they reside. Our first point of call was at the palace of the district head, a local chief who is at the helm of Maitumbi. We were welcomed by the chief and his cabinet. Afterwards, we were made to state our mission. The chief and his kingmakers gave us a listening ear. He appreciated the visit and gave us permission to tour around the community. He asked his ward heads, or as they were known as the Mayangwas, to narrate the problems each of them were facing to us in their various areas, which they did individually.
that whenever there is rain, by the time you bring call upon to the palace, you don't even have those to sit. That's the only area. No water. There is hospital, but no water. And just come up with them. About the money I put the papa is major problem is water. His village is beside the railway station. You need school. Used to make effort of trying to correct that stream and that to get that lesson from the teachers. There's no how if the children leave to the school, they are not expecting them that day because of the barren flow. And this is the time they take better water. If it is dry season, they bring their water for you, cannot look at it. That's complaining.
The main concern seemed to center around a running stream and an untarred road, which connected one of the wards to the expressway and was always flooded throughout the year, especially during the raining season, making access difficult. Earlier on, they had constructed a bridge to help them get across, but it was washed away by the flood, reason being that it was built by the locals without any professional expertise. Having heard all of this, we decided to go and see the place in question. The chief asked a resident of the area to take us there.
Mun gode da daman da kuka bamu aka yi wannan taro. Mun gode Allah saka da alheri. Za mu je fili yanzu mu je mu duba matsalan mu ganda kanmu mu ma mu sa a film saboda gani kawai in mun gan ba za mu iya komi ba amma za mu tura ma wanda za su yi abubuwan wanda za su taimaka ne sai sa muka yi roko mu ma muna sa a cikin addu'a in mun tura masu Allah ya sa su zo su taimake mu domin gaskiya matsalan gaba na ku kawai bane na kowa ne in dai kai dan Najeriya ne mun san muna cikin matsala a ko'ina gwamnati kare ba zai iya duka ba sai an taimaka to shi yasa mu ma muke neman irin taimakon ga in za mu iya samun mutane kasa waje in sun zo sun taimake mu kuma dukkan mu amfana to mun gode za mu shiga fili kenan yanzu ga
We arrived at the location and saw things for ourselves. Some of us even took a walk through the water to have a feel of what the inhabitants were going through. Ibrahim Wambai, who was our guide, explained the problem they faced daily and how they also use the water for several purposes. We also met and spoke with this boy, Yahuza, while he was making his way across. He told us of how the flood waters made it difficult for him and his mates when crossing to school, and sometimes it prevented them from not going at all or even returning back home. We crossed over with Ibrahim Wambai, who took us to his house on the other side to meet his entire household. On seeing us, his family was happy and receptive. They also spoke bitterly of the circumstances they face as a result of the flooding water, also on the problem of accessing potable drinking water and healthcare services. One of them showed us the quality of the water they drank.
Yeah, the body normally fights immune for itself.
Take pictures.
They took us into their home and showed us the deplorable state of the kitchen and bathrooms. This pregnant woman gave a cry out with regards to her condition.
How often has she gone for antenatal? When was the last time she went for antenatal?
ina jin abin da yake faɗi to ɗaya ne kawai saboda hanya ba kyau wata rana an yi ruwa ma ba ma samu a fita kwata-kwata a wata
Another also spoke of how pregnant women were carried on their back across the river when they are in labor.
This river is a big river.
It was time to say our goodbyes. We left Ibrahim's house and we headed for Bakungu and Barikin Saleh to see and hear the voices of the residents there. We first met and spoke with Hussaini Shaba Ibrahim, an official of the ward head.
My name is Hussaini Shaba Ibrahim. I was born here and brought up here. And at the same time, I'm the secretary to the Meangwa of this very area, Bakungu. Major problem, one is the accessible road networking. As you can see, this is an old settled area which building took place as a result of just local allocations of land without proper plan. So, and it's affecting the area right now because some of the roads move and it terminates somewhere without linking the next road. So that is one of the major problems so far we are facing, roads. And secondly, the population of the area has decreased so much because in Minna South Ward, that is under Chentega local government, this is the most biggest and the largest ward out of the 11 wards we have in Chentega local government. That is Minna South Ward, which is headquarters Bakungu. The second problem, that is water. Water is one of our problems too, despite the fact that we have pipe-borne water, but it only comes once in a week instrumentally, which is not reaching all parts of the area. And with the boreholes, some of the boreholes have been down, like the ones now in the front of my house. For the more than 3 to 4 months now, it has not been functioning well. Likewise, there are many like that within the area which has been installed, but they are not functioning.
Business owners, residents, and the youths add their voices.
So, our problem here will not be just like some those boys went there for area they disturb us. So, many our problem here our road, it's our problem.
So that we are going to tell us
about the road. I say, as you can see now, the road is very bad, even the other side. So when you get there now, you see the way the road is.
Our road is very bad. And even lights, they call us the power state. But look at what we are facing, most especially in Bakungu. Even our youths are lacking job opportunity.
Residents at Barikin Saleh had this to say.
When goods are left unattended to, they get stolen and nobody owns up to it. And even at night, the thieves break in if the gate is unlocked or scale through the fence.
Daya kagan wuta ko kuma ruwa na famfo uku kuma hanya. Gaskiya muna da matsalan abubuwan. To filin mu bai da kyau, rufin ya ci filin, so na faɗi a ramin gashi kuma na samu targaɗe a fanni. Mun so samu ne da Allah filayen kwallon mu ma dan samu ana dan gyara mana.
saboda mu kuma masu bugawa mu ji daɗin buga kwallon kuma haka ba.
Mahmoud Ibrahim is my name. I live as far as at least 15 years now in this area. My children all are born here. At least I have about 5 of them. But 2 born. And then the condition of this area. The condition of this area is that we have a lot of challenges here. One, road, water, and light. Our children are not living in good condition in the school. When you go to a class of where you have to have about 20 children in the class, you have about 100 children in the class. No seat. They sit on the near floor. And then the roads we have here, we complained to our government. The time our vice chairman was here, we talked to him about this road. As long as he has spent 8 years in the service, but there is no impact. We don't have this impact. So we want the government to come to our aid. Most importantly, during rainfall, when you see this road, it's pathetic. You understand? The road is pathetic because when you come during rainfall, nobody passes here. All this place is community. They are gathering money for all these things. You won't even have the chance of moving with your car through this road. And it's a very good road here before. Then when they buy those stores, some individuals do that sometimes. They will bring this, what is it called? This this thing from the main road. Yes, fill it up here. But after that, when the rain comes, the rain packs it away. But we have like this here. But still, we still have problems with them because we see our youth, because of no job, no school, we go to break this shop. And at the end of the day, there is nothing they can do about it. We spoke to the government several times, no solution. We want the government to come to our aid now.
I say that life has been very challenging in this environment. We lack basic amenities, like we lack water, we lack good roads, and the lack of good roads is due to poor drainage system. Find that in the community there are no adequate drainage for waterways, and water creates way for itself, and we have faced the challenge of roads affecting the various places in the community. And then we lack electricity because the area is densely populated. You can see very much populated, and there are only few transformers serving the various houses, and a lot of problems. We have really faced a lot of problems in the community. Very challenging.
Our government may help us pay the money because we write our WAEC, they will give us our WAEC results. The many our government never pay the vehicles. More guys tonight they make guys turn to area boys. Any small thing now we see small boys carry cutlass. They don't no work, government no help us. So how can we do? Just please him to come and do everything.
We took a tour to see round the neighborhood. We visited the neighborhood public school to see the standard of education being provided for the children of this neighborhood.
I am the head teacher of this primary school. The population of the school is about roughly 3,415 pupils. The learning condition of the school, we lack classes. If you look at the situation of the school, mostly each class, you find out that some classes are more than 121 classes.
The pupils here learn under this unconducive atmosphere they call a classroom.
And the topic is what? Yes, we have passage and I said continuation of where we stop. So, if I read it, Happy and Mother.
Slum living conditions can be improved, and this goal can only be achieved through the concerted efforts of all involved stakeholders, reassuring the goodwill of the authorities, the engagement of the concerned communities, and the better understanding of the urban poverty problem by the general public. Strategies and tools for the improvement of slum living conditions are: slum upgrading, programs oriented to the betterment of the current conditions of slum dwellings and neighborhoods, often in situ and incremental, can give adequate housing solutions if inclusive and fair. Housing, devising strategies to provide affordable and adequate housing for all must remain one of the top priorities for country governments. National urban policies and other related bylaws. A policy approach towards solving the problem posed by slums helps provide the due institutionalization and legal regulation required for scale-up efforts. You cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make.